super unhappy. We'll see if this works at all before we try something. I have a feeling this is not going to work at all. Alas. Hello? Okay. Which is... Yeah, my stream is currently decently unhappy with me. Let me try this. Let's... Hello? Hello? Is this functioning with audio? That can help with audio. Because at present... Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How does that function for audio? Oh my god, this is just... Stream is struggling. That's... We've got plans for what we're planning on doing today. It's a nice, warm summer day. Finally, I live in Chicago. I at least have been waiting for this. But yeah, it's been so cold. It's been so back and forth recently, and that's been annoying in terms of the weather. Oh my lord. Hello. How's it going, friend? My stream is lagging so much. It's great. Absolutely my own fault, but we are. I am attempting to say hello. My front stream is quite laggy today. Okay. We are going to attempt to continue onward. Salutations, hello, and welcome. Today we are going to be continuing to check out the different things that are a part of the Crips for eSims for Gaza Itchio fundraiser. Link for that is down below. It is $16. You can pay more if you'd like. $16, you get over 200 creative projects on Itchio, so you get games. There are a lot of like tabletop RPGs. There's books and zines. There are 4 of my own books. There's art. There's a lot of stuff in this bundle. And you get them all if you get them all included in the project, and the money that you spend is going to be going towards helping to activate and maintain eSims for people in Palestine. Link for that is down below. Link down below is also going to be my husband's YouTube channel. He is playing a lot of the video games on his streams. I am dealing with a lot more of the bookish, PDF-ish things. We've been doing some of the like text-based RPGs here. We've been getting duckish. We've been, what else have we done? We invited Mothman over for our birthday dinner and did our darndest to try and hide the fact that it was in fact Mothman. We've read some really amazing zines with some really amazing art. There's so much really amazing art in this bundle. And we also played basically Pokemon but with languages. But today we have some other, so we're just gonna keep going because this is the like last 7 days of this project. So next 7 days are the last 7 days you can like buy this bundle, donate to the org through this bundle. The org still exists, and I believe their like link directly to like donating to them is in the page of the Itchio bundle if you'd rather just give them the money and you aren't particularly interested in the projects. But this specific fundraiser is done in a week, but yeah, you can still continue to donate to Crips for eSims for Gaza after that. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out and try and play around with some text games and whatnot. And there have been a lot of dice games. I've got me some dice. Let me show you the game we are going to be playing currently. That's bright screen. Oh no, you're not. You're gonna do a whole ass thing. We want... Let's see if I can open this without crashing the computer, because I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was already open. Hello. Okay. And... this is what we're going to be playing at present. Oh no. Okay. Fully crashed the stream. Okay. Fully crashed the stream. Oh. It's okay to go to sleep. Stream is crashing, which, you know, not particularly ideal. Oh, is it still going? Let's see then. The stream is struggling. It is crashed currently. I do not know if it will catch up. We're gonna let this, we're gonna hang out for just a moment. Hang out for just a moment to see if this is still going, because it crashed on my end, which is, you know, an ideal. Let's see if it catches up to a point in which we get to this screen. If it does, hi, hello. Welcome to the squadron. We are doing our darndest to try and run a pseudo smooth stream. Pseudo being the keyword. Is this a D6? No, it's a D8. Okay. I was like, that's a weird shape. I mean, I guess they can make them any shape if they put their minds into it. They put their heart and soul and spirit into it. It does seem to be trying to continue. The video does seem to want to keep going. The issue is that it's so far behind where I'm at. Don't know if there's any real way to fix that. I guess we'll keep chugging along. We'll keep trying. We'll keep working on it. But yeah, as we attempt to continue on with the stream, we are going to be going forth and rolling dice for this here game to determine some little collecting. It's just a cute little collecting game. Just a cute little collecting game. What is this? Curio is a relaxing solo game where you go out and collect oddities and specimens for your curio cabinet. All you need are 2 6-sided dice. We will use my cyan and green. And this little packet. The game is played by rolling 2d6s and comparing the result by consulting one of the field notebooks, which is just later on in the PDF, to see what Eve doth find. There are 4 field notebooks, which are separated by the time of day you're going out to collect curio. Low-key one, you know, we're gonna go with the afternoon one, because I technically started this before 5 o'clock. So we're gonna do the afternoon one, and then we'll come back a little later and pop into the do another curio roll and do an evening one. Okay, sounds fun. Using the actual time for me is 5 o'clock, 5:01. To determine which field notebook to compare your dice results to, you can roll 1 time for part of the day, but you can do stuff to get more rolls to find more curios. How do I get more rolls? Is that somewhere? How do I get extra rolls? We find extra rolls. Never mind. I can only roll once for the day. Right? Actually, let me... Can I only roll once per day, or can I run? You can roll 1 time for part of the day. I want to say it's like roll one time for each part of the day. Yeah. You can roll one time for each part of the day. So we're going to do our afternoon roll, which is the 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. slot. We're going to do that right now. To get another afternoon roll, ooh, I have had a snack and tea today. I have had a snack and tea. Did I do a little reading? I have not done a little reading. I have touched base with family or friends via telephone or digital means. I get collecting. As collector, I must take good care of myself, keep myself in top condition. So I get 2 extra rolls. Is it per die or for? Yeah, no, it's the whole thing. Because each you roll 2 with the quantity that can go up to 12. Got it. Cool. So I still have my handy dandy notepad from the past couple of streams, and we are going to be rolling to see what we would like in terms of what we are going to be collecting in terms of our curios. How do I win? There's no real winning or losing. You just collect curios and oddities for our amazing curio collection. I can stop at any time when I feel like my collection is enough. Let's find us a tool to do our tracking with. We'll use this one. We'll use this guy. Oh, glove. Okay. And got our dice, and we are going to roll. Then we'll scroll down to the field notebook of import. I got a 7, 5 on green, 2 on blue, which I believe means I pick a generic from the afternoon. Finds I pick a common curio. What is today? The 13th. Five. I rolled a 5 and a 2 at, we'll say 420. Sure. We're lying about the time because I don't remember what time I actually started my stream. I get a common curio. We got a 5 and a 2, which I'm not gonna lie, dirt fruit kind of sound. I don't know why dirt fruit is calling to me, but it is. So that's gonna be our first roll. We get 2 more rolls. Of what finds we shall have 3 and a 1, so 4, which is the dragon tail bud. And my last roll, if I want anything, I kind of want the snug beetle pupa. So it kind of reminds me of honey, like a honeycomb. But otherwise, we got a 6 and a 5. So we got 11. And that is a flaming sky pincher. Not pincer, pincher. I can make an attempt. Do we think the top-down camera is going to cause significantly more problems with our already struggling stream? Do we think that's going to make things noticeably worse? It should be fine. if I hello. It's not a great camera, so like you're pretty much just gonna be seeing me move hand, and you've got to trust me until the end. You're gonna have to trust that that is going to make art things. We chose the dirt fruit. We chose the dirt fruit first. So let me. It's interesting that it's got like this bread looking top. Is that common for mushrooms? I know the mushroom aesthetic has been fairly popular lately. I am getting caught up in it. I am getting caught up in it. But yeah, I like this just makes me think fresh bread. Could be a mushroom thing. Gluten is what comes to my mind. We're going to do our best to try and draw these here little mushrooms. And just think, if you buy this here bundle in support of, you know, ending genocide and supporting those going through it currently, great cause, you can also have your own little collection and we can collect together. Should I attempt? I guess I can attempt some shading. I'm scared though. I don't draw with pen a ton. So I'm not sure. Like, especially don't try and shade with pen. Really trying to resist the autistic urge to start singing Elmo's World. That is a stem of mine, and I am, in fact, an adult. It is mushroom-like. It just, like, is that what mushrooms look like, or is that bread? Because all I can see is bread. All I can see is bread. Okay. That is my mushroom. Here's my mushroom. Here's my mushroom. What else do I have? I have the flaming sky pincer, but I got the dragon tail butts. This is a kitchen glove. I guess it could be any like glove, but like kitchen glove is what I'm thinking of. Kitchen oven mitts. That is how humans refer to them. And try and give it like spiky leaves. Oh, this is... It's definitely one of those things that requires more patience than I have. But we're gonna make it work. Even if it gonna make it work. It's gonna work. It's gonna look not as good as theirs, but that's fine. I'm drawing mine in 5 minutes. Maybe if I can maintain my attention for that long. Yeah, we're gonna do this and then we will come back to this later probably, so that way we can, yeah, just do another draw for the evening, because this is the afternoon. We're doing the afternoon stuff right now. Does this even look that bad? I don't even know if this looks that like bad enough for me to be all, I'm rushing. Like, I'm rushing, but does it like look that bad? Especially for something like kind of sketchy. It's still got like texture to it, you know? It still looks like a bunch of like overlapping pseudo spiky leaves. Like, definitely, again, not as good as theirs, because it's for sure not as intentional, but you know, you get the job done. We got the job done. And last but certainly not least is my Flaming Sky Pincer doing a crab claw. Oh, this, honestly, this looks worse than the mitten. The mitten looked like, the mitten could be fine, you know? The mitten could go without too much of a hinge and we'd be fine. This pincer, god, I keep saying pincer because it's Pokemon. But this pincher is a little, I just am not good at like making the little spiky jagged spikes look not terrible. And we are oh, I made the stem way too long. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Like, that doesn't quite look like what like, this is mine, these are mine. And then if you look back at the doesn't quite look the same or necessarily even close, but you know, we did it, yay. Let me audio balancing. Nice audio balancing. So like, okay, maybe I was just looking at the balance when the song had like literally stopped. Okay. Curious collection, that is our afternoon collecting. We will come back and we shall do more in like 30 minutes, I don't know, for our afternoon. Because I finally did go through the things that were in our like zip files, this was just super cute. This was super cute. You know what else was super cute? You know what else was so cute? Look at this little character. This is genuinely the cutest thing I've ever fucking seen. This is by no, not that one. Where'd it go? Come back. Come back here. Oh, found it. Where's your name? Where is your name? So I can say which human created these, because they made more. They made more. That? Very cute. Very cute. What's your name in here? LOL. They have the whole like legal thing. Admittedly, they're very chill about the legal thing, but they had like the whole legal things with the copyrights and stuff, but did forget to put like the name to attribute to this. Maybe it's on one of these other posters or something. Heard. I wonder if this person. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if this person made this logo that is on my current browser, if you can see. Hopefully my computer can stop freaking out. Because my browser just crashed. The stream didn't crash, surprisingly. At least not this time. The stream didn't crash. My browser crashed. Which is a very interesting turn of events. But yeah. I wonder if this person who made this little guy, this little kitty, absolutely fucking adorable, by the way. This is genuinely the cutest fucking thing ever. Made the logo that is in the top left. It is the same design, but I don't know if it's like, if that is a design that is more expansive than I am personally aware of in terms of like a logo or design for eSims for Gaza specifically, or if this is like a Crips for eSims for Gaza or whatnot, but it is an incredibly cute design. It does look like the same like controller style, but it is an incredibly cute design. And again, you get these little assets that you can work with in, again, it is fairly niche topic of eSims for Gaza, but you can use them in projects for the cause with attribution if we can find who this human is. But yes, where did my folder go? Did I close it in panic? I did. I just lowered it. Yes, incredible art. We love art. I don't know if I did say it, but I will say it again if I didn't. The art for Curio is Like, these are so cute. This is so cute. This is very, 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 very cute. And I love it, and it makes me happy. Okay. Onward, though, computer seems to have chilled out, relaxed. We seem to have reached an agreement on this. And so I shall, let's see what else. There is also creatives. There's so many things like targeting like RPG players, the tabletop things, like tabletop games and one shots and stuff like that. Something else that's in this bundle that is directly targeting just so many creative groups. There's a name generator, which we love that. I'm explicitly, granted, I'd have no business starting yet another draft, but I do have a draft that I want to start, but I have not started because literally just because I got to the start of the draft and was like, oh, right, names. I'm good. And so if there is a literal name generator in the files, in the projects that we do get, what shall we do now? We can oh, what do you mean? What doth you mean? Stream has crashed yet again. We are struggling. We are struggling with the shenanigans, but it's fine. We will try our darndest to make it work. How long is this? Let us do something super chill very briefly. Let's do a little reading. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Do a little reading of Goodbye Boobs. Let me find that for me to read. Because I don't want to be like reading it on screen. The scrolling starts making people sick, you know. I really like the art style. It's very relaxed, very cute, very chill. Oh, absolutely fucking adorable. 10 out of 10. Oh, that was so sweet. That was so sweet. It's just so nice. It's so we can feel the happiness, you know? Trying not to sound like a corny cis person. Like we love the just freedom to exist. The feeling of being free to exist. We love seeing that. This is another short comic. I think it's a short comic. I know it's a comic. I think it's short. I am guessing that it is short. Cool. Year of the Dragon. Also very cute. I really like the art that people are using. Like, if I could interview people, would love to know what draws you to the aesthetic of the dragon. Is it because this is talking about rehab, so is it because of the, you know, smoke is associated with dragons kind of thing? That one was a decent bit shorter. That was a decent bit shorter. This one isn't it's just an art book. I'm only gonna give you a glance. Only a just a taste of this art. It looks so good. Look at this. Look at the pose with the gun in the back. Like, ugh, the dress she's wearing. I love this. Who's the fucker in the dark? I don't know. I want to know. I think this is the art book for a game. But oh my god, the aesthetics are here. The pose of the whoever with the sword, their pose phenomenal. Just their pose is giving the energy that my game of Trash Bandits yesterday was giving. Okay. Just swagger. We love it. You're like that though. Yeah, it is an art book though, so we are not going to share too much. But I will gush over that on my own time. This is a zine. Let me close some of these. This next one is a zine. I actually really, really love how they did this. Because it's also a lot of, I'm more used to, especially with like the distinctly like scrapbooking stuff with a like page of a book kind of thing. I'm more used to that, typically leaning towards torn pages, that in that aesthetic. I like really, really like how all of these sharp edges look next to each other. I really, really, I wish. Can I zoom better, please? Oh god. Oh no. Let me zoom. Second. Same though. Again, don't want to give away too much, but don't want to share too much. But again, I really, 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 really like the sharp corners. It's just something I'm not particularly used to with sketchbooking or scrapbooking aesthetics. Really like it. But anyway. Ooh, okay, this looks dope as fuck. I wonder if these were all scrapbook, because some of the stuff looks like it was hand drawn and then, or at least it's one of those things like it's an illustration of some sort. It's an illustration or graphic design of some sort that was pasted in, but it's so specific. It feels so specific and so like dead on to what is on the page. So I wonder if they just drew it and then pasted it in. But it's, yeah. I really want to try and do some blackout poems. I'm just, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work that I'm not used to, and so I don't know how, like, it's intimidating is the word. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, some of this has to be like hand drawn. Oh, I love this. God, I wish I had a physical copy, honestly. This looks so good. This looks so good. I really like that. I really like that. Oh, I really, really like this one. Will hunt down this human, figure out who on Itchio created this so that I may look and see more of their like zine work. I love the compositions they did. Okay. Speaking of compositions, I should probably, I'm probably still only gonna go until like 6:30. 6:30. And so let's do art thing, yeah? Oh my lord. That is going to require me to like bring art things over here, but I'll figure it out. Just don't be surprised if it sounds like I'm tripping and dying in the background, because I probably am. Probably am. Yeah. Okay. We're not doing anything super complicated. Drawing surface full of Finley mode Keaton. I'm so sorry, Finley. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. I may or may not have bothered your child. You don't know. Go back to sleep. Lie down. They don't know yet, Finn. Might be causing a mess. We don't know yet. There's no way to confirm, and I shall not confirm nor deny whether there is disaster afoot in my room right now. We're just going with the flow, okay? going with the flow. There was another thing that I was gonna grab. You for one. Shit, what's the other thing I was gonna grab? Oh, the fucking art piece. That would be useful. Okay. Okay. I have returned. I have come back to the land of the living. Where am I? Close. Hello. Hi. Disaster is slightly reduced. Okay, so here is the setup we are working with. This is the art piece. This is what it's going to be. The plan is to have this, and then I wanted to do in the corners pieces of like a book page with, you know, the typical nobody's free until we're all free. I wanted to originally do like a corner nobody's free until we're all free, but I feel like this is too far up for that, and so it would be essentially like, unless I wrote it in the watermelon, I could write it in the watermelon with the watermelon seeds thing. We're teamwork. I'm going to do actually a couple quick thumbnails, like some thumbnail workings, because I want to see if we're gonna use alcohol markers and colored pencils. I'm gonna use some colored pencils to just kind of do some rough alcohol markings. Oh, I don't have my colored pencil gripper. It's just it's the same thing, it's just not cut, so it's a full-size one that just tends to feel more comfortable for colored pencils for how long I end up using them. But I really want to do some just like thumbnailing kind of things, because I want to know if I would like to do a flag this way, or would that look like, I feel like it's going to be very, very busy, so like what could I do with that? But we're just gonna pick out, like, that's my only pink. How pink is it? Where would it's fairly pink. I'm not like deeply concerned with color matching right now. I just want to get vibes down, get an idea, because it's such a drastic idea that I feel like I will get a good sense of whether or not it's going to be something I like either way. Yeah, it's like black is important. Black is important here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with, like, I'm just gonna do something. It's gonna be just rough. Just like maybe pink. Actually, let me make it more saturated so I can see, because I think if I were going to do this, I would want to do a fairly light layers. If I do like a very, I want to make sure these look saturated. Hello, Finley. He is back to sleep. Everything is okay. He's back to sleep. This is certainly not the right green. I really don't think this is the kind of green we want. I'm just gonna it's fine enough. And then we're gonna have like little balls for the olives. That's also gonna be a thing. Is like, again, I know these are intended to be plan is going to be for these to be more saturated than the flag would be, but you know, at some point, that's not a triangle. It's not a triangle. At some point, if I'm using all the same colors, that's going to also affect the composition because of contrast and color theory, I think. Rude. How very rude of you. That's fine enough though. Well, we are trying to do a different color. We got to fight. I really don't want to have to go grab my fucking pencil shaving thing. It's gonna fall out again. I can feel it wanting to fall out again, but you know, good enough. I will probably choose a different, the other. I have like Castle Arts and generic, like cheap brand colored pencils. I'll probably end up using one of those for use one of those for my ending thing. And this is going to be essentially an imitation of what the like effect of the paper is going to be, right? Like pretend with me for but a moment. So I do think the paper is going to be significantly lighter. That's fine. I also might need to go further out. Yeah, I think I'm only going to use I'm going to use alcohol markers as a base. Oh, hi, you can see my phone monitoring the stream. The alcohol markers are going to be the base, and then we've got colored pencils to do like to even out color and then add even more shading. I need to remember to underpaint. I keep forgetting to underpaint and then just go straight into things, but that's not what we're trying to do. Okay. And so, in theory, if I were to try and do a Palestinian flag here, what it would look like, be like, I want it to be like an angle, right? So actually I think maybe I can do so. The idea is going to be essentially just like right, and then our triangle this is to this corner, right? So we want the triangle to be this. We want it to go all the way to the corner. It's just a wash. I'm gonna try it being broken up by the fruit, like leaving a fairly solid boundary around the fruits and whatnot. See how we like it then. Fruits and isn't olive is like fully a vegetable? It feels like one of those things that's like technically a fruit because is it not like just a grape? Of like is that not the vibe of an olive, that it is a grape? Oh, you're right. It's white. We'll see how that ends up looking. So we leave and in the actual composition I would make a meaningful effort to make these colors look even and whatnot. Yeah, you know what? I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it, even though this right here is a disaster. But we still don't hate it. We like leaving. I do like, you know, leaving a sizable amount of space. Just like, yeah. Part of me is like, should it be bigger? Most of me is like, yes. Oh, is there any way to like manage that without having to just redraw this whole thing? Let's do our best at erasing some of this green. We do it bigger. We do it bigger. This would need to be white again. Got the greens in here. I honestly almost want it to be this big, which would mean this red needs to be out here and out here. Like, I think that is the shaping we're looking for of the red. And I will suck it up and grab a pencil once we actually get two things, so that way, like I think, just to clarify where the green is, I think this would be all green. That should be white, and black come all the way up here. I don't mind that. Yeah. This is what we're essentially aiming for. Yeah. One of these days. Yeah, this is essentially what we're going to be aiming for. So let me suck it up and grab a pencil so I can mark out where the wash colored pencil should be. It's probably where are my pencils at? I mean, you're right, there's some over here. There are, in fact, some pencils already over here with the things that I've already brought. Might be. The color I want. You. Also, in case anyone's curious, I'm just going to bring my shaving thing. Okay. In case anyone's curious, I'm just drawing. This wood thing I'm drawing on is literally just a wood cutting board. We had it, but between busyness and neurospiciness, keeping up with maintaining a wood cutting board is incredibly difficult, and so my husband just gave it to me to use as like a marker art, as like a marker and art little writing board thing. It's nice. Cool. And then this is just a little jar with pencil shavings. Apparently pencil shavings make good kindling. I saw a thing, a little survival thing, where of just like, if you get a metal tin with pencil shavings and wax that will burn for an incredibly long time. And so have that. And so I just keep my pencil shavings to eventually use in survival kits. Okay. The most difficult part about this is that I actually do not have a visual of where. Here, it might need to be essentially just corner to corner because dimensions are different. 2 papers, right? I do want to be able to see the full back of design. I want to be able to see the full back of the flag. That was something that I did in fact like, or at least I don't want the back to be off the page. I want to be able to see. Maybe we are just gonna have that there. And flag should go through. We are stopping it. Nope, 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 nope. Shape we want. It is bigger than originally planned. I'm hitting buttons. Am I breaking things? Flag is bigger than we originally planned. I still don't hate it. Let me decide where the flag lines that then it's gonna be, and that's gonna be. I want to do the colors of the flag last because I feel as if the colors are going to smear a bit, or I might accidentally like blend them down to be like more saturated or something. I'm concerned about something. And then the corners are going to be like actual pieces of paper of like book that I will tear off and find, and we will get to that in the future. For now, kneaded eraser. I wish my kneaded eraser was a little less stiff, but you know. Don't judge me if I'm doing this wrong. God, stop hitting buttons. You're gonna break something. You've already broken so many things. Okay, I'm gonna stop rolling and do. Oh, do I need to look up a reference of what a watermelon looks like? I feel like I don't. I feel like the most saturated parts are going to be the outside parts. A strawberry, I'm going to assume, is the same. And that the tips should be those saturated parts. An olive is You know? Cool. I have no idea. Aside from the fact that it's green, no mental image of what it all looks like. So that's exciting. Okay, I'm gonna deal with colored pencils later. So sorry, Finley. Do you want the notebook back? I can scribble and scratch my color choices on here. You though have a swatch book to help me get a good decision, but at least what I want. I feel like I want a like pinkish red, so maybe this. Is that the color I think it is? Why does crimson look pink? Is that my marker? Is that my lighting? Because my lighting is not great right now for streaming sake, but I think great color. Let me do carmine. Is going to be my most saturated part of the. So why does sanguine also look like pink? But no, it's definitely orange. If I were doing 3 colors, I might honestly do sanguine and then peach. Peach. Sanguine. How does that blend? Am I just... Oh god. See, this is streaming sake. Alright, so let's do... No, that's just straight. That's orange. Never mind. Change my mind. I do think carmine is still the right, right. Nothing else looks great, but I don't think going straight to peach is going to work either. Yeah, like this is just, this is not a great, this is, like I can make it work, but it's not ideal. To try and get those 2 to blend, because there's just so much fucking difference between them. I might end up needing my color pencils to like help a lot. They're next to each other for sure. No one can deny that. We'll take that as my colors for my watermelon. Do I want to just do the sweet part of the watermelon first, and then I'll deal with other color picks? It's fine. We'll pick everything so that way my colors are already selected. Is crimson going to be, like, you would think crimson is going to be, oh, crimson and cadmium red, which next to these pairing still looks incredibly red. Here's actually my question. If I go over the whole thing, does that look better? Is dry now. Compared to, I think that might be the play. Is to, like, you know, use it as an underpainting. Okay. Cadmium red. Cadmium red does look red. Dope, dope, dope. Crimson. Why do they both look pink? This one I was confused. Yeah, they both look super pink. These look so fucking pink. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Again, might have to be an issue that is resolved with color pencils later. Like, I'm almost tempted to see, like, what's the blend between... Where's my sheet? Is it over here? I'm just not writing every single fucking page. If I were to do this, and then with the peach going over, it's even worse. It looks even worse. Okay. Okay. Let's stick with the other color we're using. When? Right, we're sticking with those two. I guess cadmium red is the one I'll go with. But yeah, again, both of these reds feel so pink to me. That is going to be this. Honestly, it might still be the same. This is a random ass color, but no. Ignore me. Ignore what I just did. Don't worry about it. It's not important. You might be just using this and red. It doesn't look great, but I don't need it to look as blended as the watermelon. Moving on to green for the base. I'm not looking at my swatches. Ocean green and forest green are what I have. Ocean green screams blue green, which is not what we're looking for. It's the other direction. They're next to each other. How? They're so fucking pink. Is something wrong with my markers? They're so fucking pink. I would say forest green is probably the color I would use for. Oh, we're not using these for the flags. Never mind. Never mind. Then how does this look? Does that look? That's fine. This one, that's very natural. Very natural, very close colors. Very subtle too. So I would come in there with just grabbing a random color. Also very nice, very subtle, very natural, very close shading. These for my, and then I guess we'll get pale olive, and I want to say marine green is the kind of green I'm looking for an olive, and so it would be like this is the majority of the olive, right? This is the majority of the olive, and then we come in here with this for the highlight. It's incredibly subtle again. Do we damage? Is that gonna be a problem? I think I think the subtle one's fine as well. We are just gonna need to. We're just gonna struggle so much with the melon that, like, a couple subtle, like, especially since the watermelon is the focal point, right? Let's just get into it. Let's get into it because we don't have a ton of time left, so let's at least make an attempt with this watermelon alone. Okay, so the plan is R9. So I want to say these spaces of the watermelon toward the very center are going to be what? And I'm going with this lighter color. I did crap anyway, and its paper isn't accommodating much blending, which is lovely. Lovely to see indeed. Okay. Do incredible like white. A little messy, but we did brute force it into blending. Is giving small kind papaya vibes, but you know, it won't once we have the seeds. So ooh. I have 3 colors. I might do just the darkest and lightest of the green. So I currently have 3 colors, and it's a very thin rind that we've got here. So let's go. Move this all just to the darker shade. It's technically behind something that would be casting a shadow. Home Alone. Oh. 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 Okay. Watermelon is done. Let's see. I guess the next would be my strawberry, which is going to be very much the same thing. It's mostly going to be this like red, but and I think I'm going to just use the brighter really quick. I'm just going to use just the brighter green. That didn't help. That didn't help with anything. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. I was like, that might help it stick out from the rest of the, but you are still using the same green, so it does blend in. It does blend in. That's, you know, we'll cross that bridge. That looks like carrot. That's fine. Okay, I want it should be not even gonna lie, these strawberries look pretty legit. Not to toot my own horn, but I've got a leaf. I've got a leaf. Everything's fine. Like, I'm leaving way too much space for this, but it's fine, you know, everything's gonna be okay. Okay. Strawberries down. Like, those look pretty darn good. Those look pretty darn good. Now, where's the marine green? Huh? Essentially just the same, but we're going to use the top as our light source for these. I keep doing a bad job of estimating where the quote-unquote top of the olive is, so we just have to adjust the shape of the olive to make it make sense, you know. They're not terrible. They're not coming up terribly. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Olives are down. And that is the alcohol marker portion of the piece. Where did this come from? I don't, there's markings on my thing now. Oh my gosh. Is there a good way? Okay, this is gonna be as close as you can get, but that's the fruits we've done. And let me put these markers back before I forget they exist. Green was supposed to go there. There's lime green. I'm so confused about what's going on with my markers. Well, figure out another thing, I guess. If it fits chip, like, why it fit like that? Am I missing a marker? Like, I'm missing multiple markers, I believe. I'll figure out another time, I guess. Okay. That is where we are going to be stopping. There's a little bleed through on it, but it's on the cutting board, but it's fine. Yeah, so we finished the alcohol markers and we will go in. Honestly, I don't think I need to like fill in or even out color as much. I'm just going to try and go in to do like, you know, some of the white stripes that you typically see on a watermelon. This is where I ruin it, honestly. I'm going to go and try and do some of the white stripes that you see on the watermelon rind. I'm going to go in and try and do some like seeds for the strawberries, maybe some shine on the olives, and probably on the other fruits as well. Then we will do the flag. I will tear off the piece and rewrite, and it will be done. But this is where we're at right now, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah. As a reminder, the Crips for eSims for Gaza Itchio fundraiser link is down below. It is $16 and you will get a shit ton of creative projects while your money then goes to helping to activate and maintain eSims for people in Palestine. That is all for me at the moment. Thank y'all so much for watching and for hanging out with me even through the death of the stream is a consistent issue here. But yeah, thank you so much, and until next time, Salutations, friends.